the Bitcoin scams. Huh, Tania?
What's up, y'all?
Me and Tania are just sitting here cracking up about the Bitcoin scams are large and in charge. Aren't they, Tania? Let's just break down some of these.
They coming out the woodworks?
Oh, they're coming out the woodworks. Oh, the Bitcoin scams. Oh my God, the Bitcoin scams are coming out the woodwork. And we just gotta, for a second, talk about some of these Bitcoin scams. So how about you scoot around here? And I'm gonna put I'm gonna put the tripod up.
Okay.
And can you scoot your chair over here or no? Or get a chair that fits it, because we're gonna break it down to you about these Bitcoin scams. People, stop it. Too many of y'all been asking me about these Bitcoin scams. They are scams. We about to go in on these Bitcoin scams right here and right now. Okay, you could go there, and I'm gonna scoot around. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Okay, do we need lights? Because there's some lights in my desk. We're in my office in Washington, D.C. We gonna go in on these Bitcoin scams, people. Oh my God, look. Your sister is for you. Your sister is for you. I'm gonna take care of you. Trust me, I'm gonna take care of you. I usually clip them on here. So let's get talking about these Bitcoin scams. Because these scams had me and Tania cracking up. But that's because me and Tania, we know Bitcoin. Yeah. You can't get our scam. You can't get us on no Bitcoin scams. Ain't happening, right, Tania?
Nope.
Okay.
Not getting me.
So here's one of my favorite Bitcoin scams. First of all, hi from Trinidad. Mwah, mwah. First of all, let's do a quick introduction. I am Reverend Valerie Love, Crypto Diva. I also have a YouTube channel that is for crypto and Bitcoin 10,000, 11,000, baby. Yeah. You would be happy if you had Bitcoin. If you didn't, go buy some. Go to ValerieLove.com and click on money, and you will see there the very first link. It will give you a link to buy Bitcoin, and all the things that I recommend with Bitcoin I myself use. I've been in the cryptocurrency market since November of 2014. I started buying Bitcoin when it was between 178 and 200. OMG. And guess what? We was just buying and spending Bitcoin. We was buying everything with Bitcoin. Buying
if only I knew.
Airline tickets, hotel rooms. I was buying everything with Bitcoin. Coffee. That coffee probably is $1 million cup of coffee by now.
Seriously. If I would have known, I would not.
Oh my God. Had we known where Bitcoin was going, Bitcoin was like $200, and that was like a big deal, wasn't it?
Yes.
That was a big deal. And so I started buying Bitcoin. I started talking about Bitcoin here on the channel, and I was so excited. And here's why I was so excited about Bitcoin and about what's going on. So thank you for keeping up with the comments, because the comments be flying so much. If you want me to see your comment, do a super chat. A super chat means that you do a dollar amount. You click on dollar, and the super chat will keep your comment at the top of the thread so we can actually see your comment and maybe answer a couple of questions in this, because this is a Bitcoin expert. She has been on Bitcoin ever since I first told her about Bitcoin.
Yes.
She has been a long time follower of me. How long you been following me now, Tania? 10 years?
Yes, 10 years. So I trust you. So
I love you, Tania. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, and as you know, I'm a spiritual life coach. I am the divine midwife of soul destiny. I talk about Bitcoin really from the perspective of spirituality, what it does for the humanity, for our freedom, for abundance, for prosperity. This channel is all about magic, money, and metaphysics. And so we talk a lot about that on the channel, always spirituality, and always what really matters to people, and how you can absolutely skyrocket your abundance, and that God wants you abundant, okay? Wants you abundant. Love the new website layout. Yay! Thank you. I love you. I thank you. So we do have a Bitcoin boot camp coming up that I'm going to be teaching again. I taught the Bitcoin boot camp maybe year before last, I think. And we had a lot of folks that came to the Bitcoin boot camp. Gonna have an even bigger one, Washington, D.C. in February. So watch my YouTube channel for the Bitcoin boot camp coming up. So today, let's get to these scams. So scam number one. This is my favorite Bitcoin scam. Oh, this is my favorite Bitcoin scam. BitConnect.
Oh, she's stepping on some toes. I know she's stepping on
I'm coming
toes.
for you. Oh, I'm coming for you, Bitcoin scams. It's a scam. It's a scam. Why is it a scam? Talk to us about BitConnect. BitConnect scam.
Oh yeah, just even based off of one of my family members who got into BitConnect. Like he finally got into Bitcoin after I told him about
bought some Bitcoin.
When I told him about it when it was 200 something, then I told him again when it was like 6-7 $700, and then he finally jumped in when he saw it was $2,500. This year. Yeah. He's like, all right, I'm going in.
He finally got in.
He already made a bunch of profit, and then one of his homeboys told him about BitConnect, and he was like, man,
I gotta get in that BitConnect. I'm gonna be making interest on my Bitcoin.
I'll make a lot of money. And the crazy thing is, today he texted me. He was just like, man, Tania, I effed up. But he said the real word. Right. Keep PG. Mm-hmm. He's like, man, I effed up. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, man, I should have never. The BitConnect is messing me up because Bitcoin is now 10,011K, and he was telling me that he's only gonna get interest. So just say, like, hypothetically, he did BitConnect when it was like he put 5K of Bitcoin in there. Now that Bitcoin had rise to like
10,000, as of the day that we shoot this, which every day Bitcoin is a different price. So today is November 29th.
Something like that, yeah.
November 29th, 2017. Mm-hmm. Just in case you're watching this 3 years from now, and Bitcoin is $250,000. They'd be like 10,000.
Hey, that was cheap.
Bitcoin is 250,000, which it will be. Continue.
Yes. And so he was saying, he was like, yeah, so just say if I put 5K in, and you know, as Bitcoin is now 10,11K, and he was just like, so just hypothetically, if they did release his funds today, which they actually gotta have another 3 months hold that they have his Bitcoin.
First, you gotta put your money in there for 6 months, right?
Yes.
Something stupid like that. Who would do that? Mm-hmm. Stop it, people. That is stupid. That's dumb.
Exactly.
Do not give anybody your Bitcoin for 6 months. That right there should tell you, stop, pause, let me think about this. Then all they're gonna pay you is interest, supposedly, because they're loaning out your Bitcoin. I don't even have a problem with that part about it. Right. But this is the part I have a problem with.
Yeah, I didn't even know till he told me today, and he was just like, well, they actually only want to give me back the amount of Bitcoin that I initially put in. So I'm thinking that he's going to get back interest plus at the value that is currently the real value. But if he put 5K in, regardless if it went up,
it could go up to 25,000. You still only getting back 5,000.
He's only going to get back $5,000 worth of Bitcoin plus the interest, whatever the rate is. I think it was like one. I'm not sure the rate's 1%. I don't really know. But whatever
it's a scam,
the interest is, I'm just like, oh my god,
it's a scam.
So it's just like you could have been literally sitting on like 11K right now, so much profit. And so I just hope BitConnect will at least do him right, because that's my family. I love them.
No, that's BitConnect's business model. That's how they make money, because they make money on the spread. They're not giving him back anything. No, they make money on the spread. Let me share something with you from my financial planning days as American Express financial planner for 7 years. I understand the world of money. I can tell you exactly how this stuff works. There are only two ways banks and any financial institution makes money: fees and spreads. Those are the only two ways they make money: fees and spreads. What's a fee? That's very easy to understand. We all know what a fee is. They charge you $35 when you don't keep your promises at the bank and you bounce a check or whatever the case may be, right? Overdraft, $35. Everybody understands fees. Spreads means that you put in $500 in your checking account, your savings account, and they give you 0.05 interest, not even a whole percent, half a percentage, right? Maybe 5 basis points. 0.5% interest, and they loan out that exact same money, that $500, to someone for 20.5% interest, bad credit, on a credit card. So they just made 20% on your money, and that is compound interest, and it is interest that is annual. So when you really add up all that you are paying the bank in interest, see, that's the spread, right? So the spread is where they're making money. So BitConnect's business model is, give me your Bitcoin, which that's the first problem. People, listen to what I'm getting ready to say. Anything that says to you, give me your Bitcoin and I'll hold it for you, it's a scam. It's a scam. Don't do it. It's a scam. Just give me your Bitcoin, I'll hold it for you. Why do you know that's a scam? Because the way Bitcoin works, as you know, or maybe you don't know, because if you're falling for this, you probably don't know this. Mm-hmm. The way Bitcoin works is Bitcoin has a public key and a private key. The public key is the address that you give to people when they're going to send you Bitcoin, right? It's like giving somebody your email address, right? So if you give me your email address, I'll know where to send you an email if I want to email you, right?
Like PayPal.
Yeah, just like PayPal. Yeah, send it to me. But you're not going to give somebody the password to your PayPal account, are you? That's what you're doing on BitConnect. That's what people don't understand. You are giving them your private keys. What is the private key? The private key is the Bitcoin. I don't think people get this. I don't think people understand this. So your Bitcoin is a coin, a token, a digital token that has two sides. One side is the public key. Let's call that like your address to your house, right? People can get your address. You can have the address to my office right here, right? So you give them the address because you want them to have the address because maybe they're coming to your house, right? For the address.
Yes.
They can't get to you without an address. How you gonna put it in a GPS or the Uber to get here without the address? But I'm not giving you the keys to my office. It's two different things. You see, and Bitcoin has those two things. It has the public key and the private key. The public key says, this is public for everyone to know about. This is how you can send me Bitcoin, because we know Bitcoin only works one way. And if you don't understand much of what I'm talking about, look at some of my other videos that really explain to you. Look at the Bitcoin explainer vids. This is the overview. Smash that like button, baby. Smash the share button. And remember to subscribe and ring the bell so you know when we go live, right? Which we do a lot. This is my second time live today. So Bitcoin has the public key and the private key. The public key you give to everyone. The private key you always hold. You hold your private keys. Say it with me. Please put it in the chat. I hold my private keys.
I hold
my private keys. I hold my private keys. Put it in the chat, please. Please put it in the chat. I hold my private keys. Say it with me.
Yes.
I hold my private keys. I hold my private keys. See, I hold my private keys.
Right.
Yes. See, because I'm here to teach you what's really going on.
Yes.
And then you will not fall for any of these scams. Because the second somebody says to you, oh, send us your Bitcoin, we'll hold it. That's right. I hold my private keys.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's what I'm
I hold my private keys. I hold my private keys.
Yes.
See, you know what's so funny? There are 12-year-olds and 15-year-olds right now using Bitcoin on their mobile phone, passing it back and forth. I hold my private keys. That's right, Lily Cassidy. Using Bitcoin, 12 and 15 years old. By the time they can't get a bank account, they're transacting in global commerce right now with Bitcoin. Multiple countries, multiple cryptocurrencies. 12 and 15-year-olds are using Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, no problem. Dash, Zcash, no problem. When they can't even get a bank account yet. When they turn 18, they're gonna go to the bank and they're gonna be looking at the bankers like, are y'all crazy? First the bank is gonna say, give us all this paperwork. Bitcoin didn't need no paperwork. Bitcoin don't need your social security number. Bitcoin don't need your date of birth. Bitcoin don't need your address. Bitcoin don't need your name. Do you realize that your Bitcoin doesn't even need your name? Now, all these little companies that transact in Bitcoin, like Coinbase. Coinbase is a financial services company, so they have to abide by the financial services laws, and they have to abide by FinCEN and KYL, know your customer, KYC, know your customer, and AML, anti-money laundering. They have to abide by all of those, but that's not Bitcoin. Understand the difference between Coinbase and Bitcoin. Coinbase and Bitcoin are not the same thing. So what Coinbase is asking you for is what they have to ask you for because they are a financial services company. But I tell you one thing, you go to blockchain.info. Blockchain.info don't ask you for your social security number.
No, they don't.
Because blockchain.info is not, my coin is my key, yes. Blockchain.info is not a financial services company. Blockchain.info is a technology company that enables you to be able to access the blockchain with a simple app, which means you always hold your private keys. So the first scam, all of that stuff is a scam. So BitConnect, because they're asking for your private keys right away, I'm gonna be like, hell no, why you want my private keys? Why you want my Bitcoin? Just let us hold your Bitcoin for 6 months. Wait a minute, you gonna hold my Bitcoin? First of all, I have to give you the private keys. That's number one, no. Secondly, you gonna hold it for 6 months in Bitcoin world? Do you know what 6 months is? How much money is that in 6 months? I can become a millionaire in 6 months with Bitcoin. And you're gonna give me some interest on loaning it out as some elaborate business model that if you actually look at the business model of BitConnect, I still don't even understand. What about hashtag 24? I don't know about hashtag 24.
I've never heard of that.
But I tell you one thing, ask them, do you have to give them Bitcoin? If you have to give them Bitcoin up front, if you have to give them Bitcoin, No, 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 no. No, no, no. Just say no.
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 No. No. You're not getting my Bitcoin. I don't understand why that's so hard to understand.
Because people don't get it. They don't understand. They don't get it. All they see is, hey, I can make more money off of my Bitcoin. I can multiply and all this stuff. So it's this sparkly stuff. That
sparkly foolishness, because it's really greed, isn't it? Because if you just bought Bitcoin and hodl, like we say, HODL in the Bitcoin world, we say,
hold it, baby. Hold on dear life. Hold on dear life.
We just hodling. And now that Bitcoin in 10, 11,000, we're like pop bottles and hodl, baby. In the Bitcoin community, we say pop bottles and hodl. Pop bottles and hodl.
Yes.
Hodl means hold. HODL is a Bitcoin term. It just means hold your Bitcoin. Why are you putting your Bitcoin all over the place in all these ridiculous scams that don't even give you anywhere near the amount of money that you would have if you just bought your Bitcoin and just held Bitcoin? I know that sounds so boring. Oh, just buy it and hold it. That sounds so boring, guys. So that's exciting. And then, you know what gets me? They come up with these incredible websites, don't they?
Yeah, it looks pretty.
Don't they look pretty? Let's go to coinmarketcap.com. Let's go there. Could you pull it up for us? Coinmarketcap.com.
Sure can. That's okay. My favorite website.
We go there every day. The issue is people are trying to multiply the coin as promised by these scams. Yeah, that's called greed. That's called greed. If you look under it in the spiritual paradigm, that is called greed. And that's what gets people. And when I was a financial planner, trust me, clients used to come in asking for penny stocks. Why would you come in asking for a penny stock? They're penny stocks for a reason. But people think they're going to buy some penny stocks and hit the lottery mentality, which is greed. Something for nothing. It will kill you every time. It does not work. It is not lawful. It is not in alignment with the laws of this universe, the law of compensation, the laws of prosperity. It's not in alignment with any of those spiritual laws. It will not work. You will lose. You will lose. Period. And here we are. Are we having any problem just buying Bitcoin and holding it?
Nope.
Are we making money every single day?
Yep.
Every single freaking day. Are we making money?
Yes.
Are we even doing anything to even make the money?
Nope.
We ain't doing a thing.
All we had to do is take action, do an initial buy, and just let it sit.
And just let it be there. I mean, people, I cannot think of an easier way for you to make money than just to get into Bitcoin and just hodl. Just hold it. Stop trying to be so fast and instant. It's pretty fast. How much is Bitcoin up by this whole year? Probably 300%, 1,000%. I think it said for the year.
When I told my cousin about it, it was 2,500, and that was a few months ago.
2,500 this year. And now we're talking about
like spring and summer.
Oh my God. Paxful is popping, right? I don't know anything about Paxful. I've heard of it. I don't speak on things that I don't know. All I know is this. Here's the number one rule. If they ask you for your private keys, do not proceed. If they ask you, let us hold, you give us this amount of Bitcoin, we give you, stop. I give you Bitcoin? No, I keep my Bitcoin. Now, here's the only distinction. If you're using Bitcoin to buy another cryptocurrency. So if you're at Kraken, we use Kraken, right? Use Kraken. So what cryptocurrencies have you bought at Kraken with your Bitcoin?
Well, I'll just say two of them.
Okay, just two of them that
Monero.
Because you don't want nobody to be knowing about your whole stash, all that. I understand. I got you. Yeah. You can't be letting people know what's going on. They'll be like, ooh, Tania. She got that cash. She got all that cryptocurrency.
Nope.
Cryptocurrency millionaire. No, not me. No.
Different person.
So you've used Bitcoin to buy.
So Monero,
which is one of my recommendations.
Yes.
And how much has Monero gone up? When I told you about it, how much was Monero?
It was like $48.
What is Monero today? Let's look it up.
This morning it was 201, but I know it dropped to 175.
So you're talking about, and you LuvTubers, if you saw my video, how about Dash? Dash, yes. Dash is a yes. Dash is a yes. Dash is awesome. If you saw my vid on my recommendations for Monero, EOS, and what was the other one? Was it Neo? It was 3 of them that I made in that particular. And I kept telling y'all, buy Monero. Monero was at 42, and I see Monero go up to 200. If you had put just $100 in Monero, let's say $125 into Monero, when I told you about it just a few months ago, it would be worth $500 now.
Yep.
If you had done 1,000,
free money.
I mean, this is mind-boggling. Free money. Do you understand that if you just buy a few of these cryptocurrencies and hold them, no one, the scammers, would lose? Here's why you got so many scammers in this space. It's an unregulated industry. If you were a scammer, which no one here is, but if you were a scammer, wouldn't you go to an unregulated industry?
Yep.
Scam all you want, because guess what? Once you push me your Bitcoin, you can't get it back. That's number one.
Yes.
Now I have the private keys. Understand this. This is what you want to understand about Bitcoin. Who holds the private keys owns the Bitcoin. I'm going to say that again. Who holds the private keys owns the Bitcoin. Now, I understand how Bitcoin works. That's why I never fell to any Bitcoin scams. All you got to do is study and see how this thing works. Study to show yourself approved. A fool and his money are soon parted. Isn't that the truth? And they say that when money meets experience, if a person with money meets a person with experience, the person with the experience will soon end up with the money, and the person with the money will soon end up with an experience. Which one do you want, money or an experience? That's what people in BitConnect are getting now, but you will see them all over the YouTube. You will see them, finally go to like, yay, I'm so glad you caught me live. You will see people who hold the private keys owns the Bitcoin. Yes, I'll explain. Once again, Bitcoin has 2 parts to it. It's like a coin. Do we have a coin? It's like a coin with 2 sides to it, right? This side, let's say this side is your public key. This is what you give to the world. This side is your private key. This is only for you. If you give people the public key, that means this is where they're going to send the Bitcoin. You still hold the private keys. These are safe, locked down in your account. No one can get your private keys unless you give it to them. So in these scams, they ask you give them your Bitcoin, which means give me your private keys. And they say, we'll hold it for you. Well, fuck that, because you don't need to hold my Bitcoin for me. I'm going to hold my Bitcoin for me just fine. Do not let anyone hold your Bitcoin for any purpose under the sun. End of story. The only reason same thing with Coinbase. Now, Coinbase is not a scam because Coinbase, they do hold your private keys. That's why whenever I go to Coinbase and I buy more Bitcoin, now you can buy Ethereum in Coinbase too, right? And Litecoin. Whenever I buy in Coinbase, I don't keep it in Coinbase, move it out right away, because Coinbase has access to your private keys. Now, who holds the private keys owns the Bitcoin. If something happened to Coinbase tomorrow, who has the private keys? You or Coinbase? Coinbase. Now you take the private keys, take your Bitcoin off of Coinbase, put it in blockchain.info. Blockchain.info does not hold your private keys. Blockchain.info can't help you if you lose your you lose your password, you in trouble.
It's gone forever.
Gone, unless you find it or something, right? That's why you better write down that passphrase. You better follow all the instructions I gave you in that other YouTube video, right? The private keys is access to the Bitcoin. If anyone gets your private keys, they have access to your Bitcoin. And now whoever holds the private keys owns the Bitcoin. And you just basically at their mercy. One day BitConnect is going to jump up. I'm waiting for it any day now. BitConnect is going to come up and say, we have a new business model. We out of business. What happened was, watch, just like Mt. Gox, just like all these other scams, one day BitConnect is going to come up with what happened was, one day. I'm waiting for the day. Okay. How do I get Litecoin to blockchain?
Oh, they don't have it.
Yeah, like blockchain.info doesn't hold Litecoin. Here's what you do. Blockchain.info. You can get a wallet. You get a free wallet at blockchain.info. I like blockchain.info. But that's not where I would keep a whole lot of Bitcoin, because they've been hacked too. Where I would keep Bitcoin is on your hardware wallet. So you want to talk about the hardware wallet?
Yes, I'm about to invest in one now because I know it's about that time. Because
when your Bitcoin start getting up, you be like, I gotta stash this away from the hackers and the
scammers. Let me get that.
Oh my God!
So I've been researching because you told us about it, the Ledger Nano S. And like I was looking at the Tracer too, but I've noticed that the Ledger S actually holds a lot more
they have a long list of cryptocurrencies.
Yes, they have a lot of them. So I'm gonna get one and figure it out, and then we probably can do a video about it.
Yeah, get that Ledger Nano, and I love you gals. Thank you. Mwah. Get that Ledger Nano S. Hey Cindy, that's Cindy. Get that Ledger Nano S and lock it down. We call that cold storage. And so there's 3 that we recommend. There's Nano Ledger, and then there is the Keep Key, and then there's the Trezor. Trezor.io. I wouldn't buy any of them from Amazon.
Yeah, and it was like, please don't buy off of eBay.
Never buy them off of eBay.
They was like,
that thing is definitely scammed. It's
like
already rigged. As soon as you put it in, they're gonna steal all your Bitcoin.
On multiple websites about the Nano, there's like, do not buy from eBay. Just go from the site.
Right.
Go off the site.
Go straight to the website and buy it.
Because you're not saving no $2. No,
right. And somebody gonna get all your Bitcoin. These are scammers. Man, this scam game is for real. This is a heavy scam game going on right here. Okay, so now let's look at.
And it's in the red. That's some good time to buy too, baby.
Ooh, it's in the red. Mm-hmm. It's in the red. That's beautiful.
I like seeing red.
I love seeing red. Yes. Okay, so now let's look on here. We got CoinMarketCap. Does everybody see CoinMarketCap? Now, what's that number up at the top on how many cryptocurrencies are currently on CoinMarketCap? How much?
1,324.
Okay. There's 1,324 cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap. How many would you guess are scams? 1,304? 20 are real. How many of these are scams?
Like you just said.
About at least 1,000 of them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. At least 1,000 of them are pure trash scams, or have no use, or people that just want to make a bunch of money real fast. Let me tell you, I can make the Valerie coin right now. You can make the Tania coin right now, put it on CoinMarketCap, make a snazzy website, and I bet you there would be people that would buy it. And I would say it's going to be an initial coin offering. Look, I'm making it up as I go. It's the Love coin. Mm-hmm. And it's going to only be, it's going to have a listing on here, right? Yeah. I made it up. I'm going to get a couple of developers. They're going to make me a blockchain. And then the Love coin is going to spread love all around the world. Every time you give somebody a hug, you mine, and we give you more love coins. I can make it up. This is what all these people did.
And then people be like, oh, wow.
Oh, the Love
That's
coin.
That's an easy way. That's an easy way to make money.
Easy way to make money.
Give someone a hug.
Yeah, give people a hug. And every time you give a hug, another Love coin comes out into your wallet. You go and document your hugs. I'm going to be a millionaire by tomorrow. And then just give me one Bitcoin for one love coin, right? Mm-hmm. These people are really crazy. Oh yes, and more of them are coming. More are coming. I'm telling you, this is like the wild, wild west right now in cryptocurrency land. This is like what it was back at the gold rush. Remember the gold rush when people was going crazy, and you would just get a rock out of the ground, paint it with some shiny gold paint, and sell it to people, and people would buy it. Because it was the gold rush, right? That's what you have now in cryptocurrency world. Please be careful. Please be careful. Do not put your money in these things. Fool's gold, that's exactly what it is.
He said, Christina said, should I buy another one? I bought it from Amazon. I don't know.
No, I don't buy any of them.
She said she bought one already, so should she
Christina,
buy
that could be why you got that error message that we were talking about the other day. That could be why. I'm so happy you didn't put your Bitcoin in it yet. That's why I kept saying, I want to see it, what you're doing. Because Christina is a platinum client of ours in Money Mastermind. If that was Christina Manzanares?
Yes, that's
okay. She's one of our platinum clients in Money Mastermind. Listen, and if you want to get, girl, you got saved. You got saved. I kept saying, I want to see it.
I'm sure you can return it though. Amazon
you can return it. Yeah, you can return it. But here's the deal. If you want to buy a Trezor, go to, and Christine, follow the links I put in the Money Mastermind Facebook group, especially exclusively for Money Mastermind, okay? Because you'll see Trezor.io is where you want to go to buy a Trezor. Trezor.io. Where you want to go to keepkey.com or keepkey.io.
I haven't looked at that.
Okay. And is it nano.io and ledger.io, one of those or something like that.
Something like that.
Go to the exact website. Do not buy one of these because this is all digital, people. They get that little digital thing. They program it. Whatever Bitcoin you put on it, it's going to go to my address. And then I'm going to wrap it up in a nice plastic. And I'm gonna sell it on eBay. Oh, and you're gonna go and you're gonna think that you got a really safe place to put your Bitcoin. And you're gonna go and you're gonna put $1 million of Bitcoin in there and it just came to my address. Oh, no. I think that's a great scam. Isn't it? That's a great scam. And none of these people are gonna go to prison. And none of these people will probably even be caught. Because here's the nature of Bitcoin. Number one, you can't push it two ways. You can't pull it back once you pushed it. So once it's gone, it's gone. Number two, the scammers, it's unregulated. I hold my keys, clink, clink. That's what I'm talking about. Lock it down, clink, clink, lock it down. And once we're in an unregulated industry, so the scammers can just run ragged. They could create anything. Plus, you're in the tech industry. So you're talking about these scammers. Some of them are great. They're hackers and scammers. Can't they create fabulous websites?
Yes.
Oh, won't it look like they'll put some shock and awe up there? Mm-hmm. They'll put some fancy graphs on there. This is how much Bitcoin you're gonna get if you put your Bitcoin in and da-da-da. Oh, they'll make it look USI Tech scam. Scam.
Oop, I know she's stepping on somebody's toes.
Scams. There was another one somebody told me about where you go and you bring two people in. People, please. That's an obvious scam. Why is that an obvious scam? Because every Ponzi scheme is built on the same concept. Put your Bitcoin in. That's the first problem. Never put your Bitcoin in. But that's the first problem. Put your Bitcoin in, then bring two people. That's the definition of a Ponzi scheme. Does everybody understand what a Ponzi scheme is? You see, and if you were really, then how do you determine if something is a scam? Excellent question, Cindy. Buy Bitcoin. You won't have no problem. Buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not a scam. Buy Bitcoin and hodl, like we've been saying all along. Hodl means hold it in a safe place. Follow me. Follow what I teach you on this channel. Follow the updates on this channel. It's amazing how people will send me an email message and they'll say, Val, we used to have, now I'm gonna get on the babies. Val, I looked at one of your old videos and it said something about, what was that old one that I used? It was so many different, they all went out of business. A lot of them went out of business. But what was that old, there used to be this Bitcoin thing that I used to love to use because you could use it, and I talked about it on a lot of my videos. I forget the name of it.
It wasn't Shapeshift, was it? No.
Shapeshift is still around, isn't it? Shapeshift.io is still around, isn't it? Shapeshift.
I believe so. I'm just trying.
But this one was one that was, it was a wallet where you could buy a gift, where you could buy the gift cards.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, that clicked something or whatever. And they're out of business, right? So they changed their business model. They went out of business, which a lot of these companies will go out of business because we're still in a brand new market, right? We're in a brand new market. This is like the internet in 1993, 1991, 1992, right? You're in the beginning. So
very beginning.
Very beginning. Like 95% of the world hasn't even gotten on Bitcoin yet.
And I just read an article. They were saying that I can't remember what show, but it's a show that comes on like a regular, channel. It's an extremely popular show with like 24 million, and they dedicated a whole episode to Bitcoin. So
yeah, Big Bang Theory.
Oh, I think that's
Big Bang Theory. Yeah,
the whole episode is dedicated to Bitcoin. So that may rise the price up a little bit.
Here come the herds. The herds are starting to come. They trampling. FutureNet scam.
I didn't hear that.
FutureNet scam. Somebody tried to get me a FutureNet scam. Scam. No. Scam. So let's round this off. If you want to actually buy, BitConnect, definitely a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme and a scam, and I can prove it to you. And I know exactly what I'm looking at. Exactly.
It probably say Ponzi in the white paper. It said Ponzi in the BitConnect. I was like, Ponzi.
Wait a second. They told you in the white paper that it was a Ponzi scheme.
All right.
Okay,
the joke's on me.
Now you just messing with me because if I'm still that ignorant, then let me just go ahead and get my money stolen. Let me just go ahead and get my Bitcoin stolen.
It says Ponzi.
It says Ponzi in the white paper.
Like literally says Ponzi. I was like, wow.
So Tania, what do you want to tell all our peeps about Bitcoin and about? I'm going to tell you something. There are probably only about 10 cryptocurrencies to me that are really, really good. Somebody even asked me about Ripple. I'm not for Ripple. And the only reason I'm not for Ripple, not because Ripple is a scam, it's not. Only because Ripple is working with the legacy banking system, and I'm not with the legacy system. I am for exiting people out of the legacy system into the cryptocurrency world. That's what I'm about. Because the cryptocurrency world is about freedom, it's about abundance for all. Doesn't have any of the manipulation of the old banking system. The old banking system has not had any competition for 55 years, since the 50s. And now Bitcoin is about to kick banking systems ass and take no prisoners. That's what Bitcoin is doing right now. I'm interested. How do I start? So you go to ValerieLove.com, click on money, and right on money it says Bitcoin. Click on Bitcoin and you start right there. You can buy Bitcoin right at Coinbase.com. And here's the nice thing about Coinbase.com. You want to tell them about the special about Coinbase.com when you refer people?
Yes. So when you go to ValerieLove.com and you click on money and then Bitcoin, and once you click on the Coinbase, once you buy or sell $100, both of you will get $10. Don't sleep on that $10, okay? Because I did that like 2 years. Like, so I got $10.
It's probably worth about $1,000 now.
It was a lot. I was like, dang, I made that much? I made that much off that $10?
Free Bitcoin.
From free Bitcoin. Don't sleep on that $10. So you better use that link. Y'all better go to Valerie Love on money and Bitcoin. So y'all both can have that $10.
And you both get $10. And is it $100 once you buy $100?
Yes,
buy or sell?
Buy or sell.
Buy or sell $100 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase.com. And then I'll get $10. You'll get $10. And then you will get your own link that then you can use to give to your people. Let's help everybody get into cryptocurrency. Let's help everybody start to learn, right? Just because Bitcoin is at 11,000 doesn't mean you have to have $11,000 to buy it. A lot of people are under that misconception. Oh man, they said 11,000, now I need 11,000 to buy a Bitcoin. You can buy $50 worth of Bitcoin, $25 worth of Bitcoin, $100 worth. You can buy any increment of Bitcoin that the exchange will allow.
I even did $2 just to show my cousin how to do it.
You did $2 on Coinbase?
Yeah, just to show my cousin how easy it was, and I just did $2
and bought $2 worth of Bitcoin. $2 worth of Bitcoin is better than nothing. I bet you tomorrow that $2 will be $2.25.
More interest than what you're making a bank.
Hello, overnight.
Yep.
I mean, my goodness. And not to say that Bitcoin will keep going up, and up. We're not saying that because the cryptocurrency markets are extremely volatile. Are some of your classes about cryptocurrency? Oh, yes, I have a ton of videos on this YouTube channel about cryptocurrency. Absolutely. It's a spiritual paradigm. It's a spiritual dynamic because angels told me that they channeled it to Satoshi Nakamoto. And I think we know now who Satoshi Nakamoto is. He is extremely brilliant. He's not Japanese at all.
Right.
And he's extremely brilliant. And he actually has been a long time cryptographer, and it's numbers. And if you think about it, the whole universe operates on numbers, doesn't it? And so this is simply numbers, money by numbers. We don't need banks when God already made numbers. There's a whole book in the Bible called Numbers, right? So here are some of the cryptocurrencies that I personally love that I know are not scams. I don't like Ripple because I'm not for anything that's helping the old legacy system. I'm just not, okay? I love, we need healthy corrections. It's not good for something to keep going without. Say that again. What was the last part? Did you see the last part about that?
He was saying is we need corrections, so if we just keep going up and up.
Yeah, healthy corrections are awesome. I love that.
Said something about he bought Bitcoin and he made profit, but now it's dipping back down. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
It's supposed to do that.
And if you look at the stock market over 70, 80 years, and I'm saying this because I was a financial planner, I was a stockbroker. If you look at the stock market, it goes like this. Nothing goes straight up, people. This is what it looks like. Let's get a little pen or something, and we can look at what it actually looks like for these things, these financial markets, so that we can just simply understand financial markets, right? So this is what it looks like. Does everybody see that? You see, this is what the stock market looks like. This is what Bitcoin looks like. This is what just about many assets look like. If you look at it, yeah, it's bumpy. It goes up, shoom, sharp down. Wee, up, shoom, down. Wee, bouncing around. Woo, up, shoom, drop down. Up, shoot down, flat for a while. Up for a while, kind of flat, inching, and whee, up. This is the nature of the cryptocurrency markets. We call it volatility. And if you are not okay with volatility, I love volatility. Yeah. Volatility makes me money. I love volatility, right? Yep. If you are not good with volatility, don't get into Bitcoin. Because if you can't stand seeing it go from 1,000 to 600 to 1,200 to 900 to 1,500 to 600 to 2,700 to if you can't take that, every day in crypto land is a roller coaster ride, isn't it?
Just like this morning, this morning it was all in green. It was up high. Everything was up. Ethereum was like 501, and now it's 445.
Look at that. It went up and dropped that down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
If someone asked about Ethereum too, that was a comment.
I love Ethereum. So Ethereum, big, definitely not a scam. So if you look at some of these cryptocurrencies, first thing I want to ask you, I did this exercise today. Look at all the cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap that are over $200 in value. I think there was less than a dozen. I think there was even less than 10 that were over $200. That's number one. Now, a couple of them, were over $200. Then you have to ask, why are they over $200?
Like BitConnect.
Like BitConnect, because it's a scam. It's such a good scam that so many people keep jumping on it.
And a lot of YouTubers are promoting it, so.
Oh, man, and they got ads. That's why I have to be loud about BitConnect, because the BitConnect people are so loud, aren't they? Look how much money I'm making. You didn't make it. First of all, they haven't sent it to you yet. It's in your account. Thirdly, right? They haven't given it to you yet. It's in your account, which means it's still on their side of the table, which means they still own it, which means you ain't made jack, which means not only are they giving you back the exact value you put in 6 months later, which means you are also losing money because the Bitcoin just keeps going up, and you are losing money by having your money in BitConnect. But if you want to know some really, really good cryptocurrency questions, my original investment doubles.
No, don't keep it all in Coinbase.
No, don't keep your money in Coinbase.
He said when my original investment doubles, should I keep it all in Coinbase or move it to blockchain?
No, move it to blockchain initially, because blockchain is a better option than Coinbase. Only use Coinbase for buy and sells. That's it. Coinbase is not for storage. Why? Because Coinbase is holding your private keys. It's not for storage. It's almost like this is what Coinbase is like. And Coinbase is a good service, and Coinbase is not a scam. It's almost like you go to the supermarket and you buy all your groceries. Okay? You buy this whole big, let's say you buy $1,000 worth of groceries. Thanksgiving.
Yum.
You just came through the line. You paid for all your groceries. Now you leave your shopping cart. You got 2 shopping carts full of groceries. Now you leave the shopping carts right there at the front of the grocery store, and you go home. And when you want to make a sandwich, you come back down to the supermarket and get something out of your groceries.
That's a great analogy.
And then go back in your house. But all your groceries are still But see, if you put it in if you just buy your groceries, just buy your Bitcoin in Coinbase, then move it to blockchain.info, at least you took your groceries home.
Yes. And remember your password. That's very important.
You better lock it down. You better remember that password. You better write that passphrase. You better put all kinds of blockchains show you your private keys. You have access to your private keys in your blockchain.info account. Blockchain.info does not hold your private keys. That means they do not have access to your Bitcoin. Blockchain.info is not a financial company. Coinbase is a financial company. Trust me, the government has already been asking Coinbase about its movements. Let me let you know. I love you guys. Love you as well. Thank you so much. Blockchain. Here's another thing about Coinbase. Coinbase has to answer to the IRS. Coinbase has access to your private keys. don't you think that if the IRS went and asked Coinbase to freeze your Bitcoin account, don't you think Coinbase would do it? Of course they would do it. Of course they would do it. The IRS can't even ask blockchain.info to freeze your private keys, freeze your Bitcoin, because there ain't no Bitcoin for them to hold, because you have access and you are holding the private keys. In Coinbase.com, you don't have your private keys. Coinbase has your private keys. So don't leave your Bitcoin in Coinbase. Buy and sell. It's an exchange. What is an exchange? A store where I buy and sell Bitcoin. Then you take your stuff out of there. I don't want to belabor the point, but I want to make sure everyone understands, because I really care about you, and I really care about you becoming wealthy. And here's what the bottom line for me. I want light workers, people who watch my channel, my followers, I want you all to become so wealthy that we change this whole world. See, we cannot change the world if you're still broke, busted, and disgusted and can't figure out financial concepts. We cannot change the world. We have got to all come together, study to show yourself approved, learn about these things from trusted sources, and let's all become wealthy together. Because if light workers become wealthy, I believe the whole world would change.
Oh yes,
don't you think?
Absolutely.
The whole world would change when light workers become wealthy. Now let's end with some of my favorite.
I just saw a comment. No, you do not get $10 every time you spend money on Coinbase. It's only a one-time thing. When you buy or sell $100 worth of Bitcoin, then you will get the free $10 if you use Bourbon Valerie Loves.
Hey, beautiful ladies.
Hey, Tiffany, what's up?
Hey, how are we affected by the laws? And did we see the whole thing?
I think it said
if you click on this, it'll give us the chats. What does it say?
How are we affected by all the laws the IRS and the government are trying to put in place to regulate profits?
Can I tell you the truth?
Boy. They get scared.
You want the true answer, or you want
I want the true answer.
You want the true answer?
Hardcore truth, baby.
Can I ask you a question? How is the government going to get your Bitcoin when you hold the private keys? Please tell me that. And they know they can't. That's why they have to use manipulation and fear and threats to get your Bitcoin out of you, because they don't have access to your Bitcoin. It's not like a bank. People don't understand that. It's not like a bank. Hey guys, I need my help moving my coins. Go to my website, go to valerielove.com, and you can book a 30-minute complimentary session with me, but only if you're truly serious and you're truly ready to invest in yourself. It's a complimentary consultation. I'm only doing it for a short period of time. I had several of them today that were excellent. They turned into clients of mine. My coaching is not cheap. I'm a coach and a consultant that will teach you exactly what to do. I give out free information here for the benefit of everyone. If you really desire your situation to change, you're going to need to invest. Just like I invested in all my coaches, thousands upon thousands of dollars I invested in me so that I could become financially free, and I did it. I became financially free. Now I'm teaching you how to become financially free. So if you want to book a session with me, you can go to valerielove.com and click on the coaching and watch the three money moves, the three money skills that you must have in order to become financially free and wealthy. I have managed millions of dollars for people, for over 200 clients at American Express. I know more about money than I even care to, okay? Why? Because the divine put me in place so that when this cryptocurrency and markets came about, I could truly understand what it is and I could truly help people to be free. See, my intention is your freedom. I'm a Harriet Tubman of money. For real. Because if you're not free, you're not free. You can't unfold your soul if you're not free. The reason I just went to China and Hong Kong is because I'm free. My girlfriend called me and said, will these global Bitcoin banks,
will there be global Bitcoin banks one day?
You are your own bank. Bitcoin doesn't need a bank. You are your bank. That's what we're telling you. That if you go to blockchain.info and you look at the tagline, what does it say? Be your own bank. You are your own bank. That's exactly what we're saying. You don't need banks. Bitcoin doesn't need a bank. There's no banking in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, you are your bank. Now, isn't that ultimate power? Isn't that the way it's supposed to be?
Absolutely.
You don't need a bank for Bitcoin. You just go get Bitcoin and hold it.
And with a strong password.
With a very strong password. What about the dude that lost $1.1 million worth of Bitcoin because he had a 2-letter password, AB. But he put $100 in, and $100 worth of Bitcoin turned into $1.1 million. And he lost all his Bitcoin because the hackers strong-armed his password. They just strong-armed his password.
He probably got that in 3 seconds, boy.
Boom, boom, boom. Because they can strong-arm the password, can't they? Okay. So many ways that we can wipe out poverty, and we will. Bitcoin absolutely can make everyone abundant because it's digital gold that puts everyone. Hey, Coach Tiffany, you doing? Member of the Millionaire Club, because it puts everyone on an even playing ground. Everyone is the same in Bitcoin world. There's no rich tycoons. There's no Wall Street brokers to fleece you from your money. There's no 401k excessive fees that are robbing you blind and you think you got a 401k when you do not own a 401k. You're a plan participant. They own it. You don't own it. You don't own it. They call you a plan participant. It's right on your statement. Look on it. Now wait a minute. How am I participating? And this is my money. Wait a minute, people. Do people even ask those questions? They don't even ask those questions. How come did anybody ever go to HR and say, excuse me, why am I a plan participant, but you're taking all this money out of my paycheck every time? I'm giving all my money every 2 weeks, fully 10%. But how come I'm a plan participant? I don't own anything. You don't own your 401k, boo. You don't own it. People. Well, then who does own it? Isn't that an interesting question? Wouldn't you like to know that? I mean, your money is going in. Your money is going in. And they ask too many questions. I say ask as many questions as possible. Isn't this your money? Isn't this what you worked hard for? Back to Bitcoin scams. Let's conclude it with this. I'm going to give you my top 5 recommendations. How about you give your top 5 recommendations?
Okay. They probably the same.
They might be some of the same, right? And here's my top number 1 recommendation. Bitcoin is not a savings account. Look at my videos on what is Bitcoin on this channel.
And she said, how do you spend it? I wouldn't spend nothing right now. Spend it. Unless it's a dire need and you are below the poverty line, you need some money.
Yay, Cynthia's mom is going to buy Bitcoin tomorrow. She's 86. Yay, go grandma, go mom. Spend it. So here's my top 5 recommendations. Of course, Bitcoin. Number 1, if you don't buy anything else, buy Bitcoin, hold it. Not Bitcoin Cash. Some people call it B-Cash. Some people call it B-Trash. I don't like it. But, I mean, Roger Ver can do whatever he wants to do, right?
I like it because it was free.
It was free money. It was free money. More free money, and Bitcoin Gold, more free money. Yes. And look, Bitcoin Diamond, more free money. Yes. Soon they're going to have forks every day. And that's okay. Fork as much as you want. I don't care. More free money, okay? Shit coins. Somebody called it shit coins. Oh, that's funny. So here are my top 5 recommendations. Bitcoin, number one. If you don't want nothing else, just buy the Bitcoin, hold the Bitcoin, and stay there. Okay? Hodl. Pop bottles and hodl. Number 2, I'm going to say my second one that I really, really love. Oh, so many that I love. Ethereum. I'm going to say Ethereum is my number 2. So you can't go wrong with Ethereum. Guess what they said about Ethereum? Smart cars that own themselves, that can do their own transaction on blockchain. A smart car that owns itself and can do its own financial transactions. Wow. Because the blockchain makes it possible. Love Ether, I do too. Yeah, Arlene, go ahead. Love Ether, yeah. Arlene and King came to our Bitcoin boot camp that we had year before last. We're having another Bitcoin boot camp coming up this spring. There's so much more to teach you. Oh my God, there's so much more to teach you. And we're going to get these hardware wallets really down packed so you can hold your Bitcoin really safely. But a smart car that can drive itself, that owns itself, that can get its own tires changed on the blockchain with a smart contract, can transact in its own money, and can collect Bitcoin from you for a ride, or Ethereum, or Dash.
That's amazing.
You just pay it, and the car gets its own oil changes because it can do its own transactions.
Wow.
Through this distributed autonomous networks, distributed autonomous corporations that no longer are people required to do financial transactions. Do you realize just how huge that one is?
Yes.
They had identity and money together. No longer. Bitcoin did this. You don't need identity anymore for money. If you understand that, that alone will just revolutionize the whole world.
Absolutely.
Why does Target need to know your address and your name for you to buy something from the supermarket?
How long?
You can buy houses with Bitcoin right now.
I saw somebody else.
What?
People already.
They've been buying real estate with Bitcoin.
Yes, it's Bitcoin millionaires now.
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, Venezuela. You talk about places like Venezuela, Zimbabwe, Cyprus, Colombia. Some of the worst economies on the planet. They be using Bitcoin.
Cars too. Yes, cars too.
Cars too. Oh yes, you can buy Bitcoin with. Oh yeah, Lambos and everything. Oh, absolutely everything. As a matter of fact, in Dubai. There is now a whole new building going on.
Oh, the condominiums?
Condos that you buy with Bitcoin. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Luxury condos. Only Bitcoin.
They only want Bitcoin.
We don't even want none of the trash cash. We don't want no fiat currency. We only want Bitcoin. Isn't that awesome? Brand new condos. Bitcoin only. And you're going to see more and more of that. Bitcoin only. We don't accept nothing else.
They're changing from crypto right now. They're already changing.
Already, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Bitcoin is making us so much more wealthy with doing nothing. I've never seen anything like it.
Take action. All you got to do is take action.
Just buy some Bitcoin. So my top 5, so Bitcoin, Ethereum. The third one I'm going to say... What's my third favorite? It's so hard to pick. Okay, I'm going to just run you down the ones that I love. How about that? I'm not going to try to limit myself to 5 because I can't limit myself to 5, okay? But I will say why I love them real briefly. And so Litecoin for sure. So Bitcoin, number 1. If you don't want anything else, just buy Bitcoin. I love Ether. Ethereum is going to change the world, period. I love Neo. Neo is almost like the Chinese version of Ethereum. Love Neo. Love EOS. I talked about EOS. Mm-hmm. EOS has gone up tremendously since I talked about EOS on my show right here on one of our episodes. Love EOS. Steam it. Love Steam it. You know, I'm on Steam. You'll see the link below to my Steam. I love Steam. They give you free Steam to blog.
Post. Yes.
Post
like on
they
Facebook.
pay you to post.
Yep.
Right? I love Presearch. Presearch.io. Love them. Bought lots of Presearch tokens at only 15 cents. Mm-hmm. You got them at 15 cents, 20 cents, 25
I got them
cents?
at 25 cents.
25 cents.
So that was
Still,
procrastinating.
Guess what? 10 years from now, it's probably going to be 10,000. And you're going to be telling people you got it at 25 cents.
Yeah, they're like, for real?
You got Presearch at 25 cents?
And I was procrastinating then.
Hello.
And it was 25 cents.
Right? So, Presearch.io, one of my faves. Love Presearch. I also love Monero. As you know, I love Monero. Dash, love Dash. Zcash is awesome. And what's my last one? Litecoin, that's a given. Litecoin is a given. I will say for my 10th one, did I say EOS? I said, let me look at the list and see if I missed one that I really love that's on here. You see how hard it is to really have good ones that you really know about? I'm going to leave it at that.
I know you were. I was like,
go ahead. I'm going to leave it at that. The other 1,325? Nah. Maybe 1,315. Yep. 9 that I like. Maybe a dozen that are really good. Really good.
Yes.
The rest of them, don't touch them with a 10-foot pole. What are your faves?
My faves will definitely
be Dogecoin. Well, Dogecoin is worth less than a penny.
Yeah. It may go up, may not.
Dogecoin is worth less than a penny.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, Dogecoin started as Dogecoin has been around for a long time. Back in the days of Litecoin. And Dogecoin was started as a joke. Dogecoin was started as a joke. Yeah, it was a joke based on a dog and this little funny face of a dog. But Dogecoin has not had any real significant financial advances. I think one Dogecoin, I think I looked it up today, is less than a penny. Isn't it less than a penny?
Multiply your tokens.
Look, multiply your tokens. Scam. So those are my 9. What are yours?
My favorites will be, let's see. I like Monero. I like, of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, and Litecoin.
Those are the only ones. So say that again.
Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, EOS, Monero. That's 5.
5. Wow. And guess what, Tania? If they just got Bitcoin and maybe 3 or 4 others, if you just have 4 in your cryptocurrency, you just kept putting money into it, follow up on those 4. You can't follow up on 1,000 cryptocurrencies. Yeah. Well, how about get 5 that you love? And that Bitcoin is a given. You already know Bitcoin, right? Definitely. Bitcoin is a given. And what about 3 or 4 out of that? And you just buy them and study them and become involved in the community.
Yes.
Dash has a great community. Monero has a great community. All these cryptocurrencies have an incredible community around them that really supports the cryptocurrency, don't they? So what's your closing words? Beware Bitcoin scams. What's your closing words? Please, people. They just robbing people's Bitcoin left and right.
Yes. My closing words would be to go back to Reverend Love, all her Bitcoin videos, and watch them, because there's a lot of stuff that she did not mention in this video. So go there, okay, and get that information. That's my closing statement. Yes.
Get the info.
Yes, get that info.
Get the info. Please become buyer beware in the cryptocurrency markets, right? And just study and learn. Learn and learn and learn. I love you. Mwah! Peace. That was fun. Keep your Bitcoin, people.
Yes.
Pop bottles and holla.